July Ripper or the start of the seasonal correction? What is going on, everybody? Jeremy Hritz, Courage Pays Better Than Fear Trading. Happy, tremendous, terrific Tuesday. I hope that you guys are having an amazing week. Happy early 4th of July. I hope that you are healthy, happy, excited, and that life is good, whatever it is that you are pursuing. And we had a nice bullish day yesterday in the markets with the SPX up over 90 points, pressing higher, got above the 10-day exponential moving average, above the 20 EMA on the daily, and now there is a gap overhead that it needs to fill where it will find its next point of resistance. And the thing that we want to watch right now on the SPX is whether or not it can break the pattern of lower highs. Because if it continues to set those lower highs and drops and declines, then potentially we are headed into that soft period of seasonal weakness that typically happens the second half of July all the way through October, and especially during midterm years. And so we have to keep an eye out. So today is a very important day. I'll be watching. By the time you're watching this, the trading day is more than likely over, but we have the JOLTS jobs report coming out at 10 a.m. We'll get some insight into the health of the labor market, and we'll see if there's weakening there, which could, I don't know if it's going to lead to a rate cut, but maybe it'll take some of the rhetoric pressure down a notch from the Fed in terms of hiking rates. So definitely watching that data point. And really in terms of earnings, Nike has yet to report. This earnings cycle is done. We're going to be starting a brand new cycle of earnings, not next week, but the following week. And that always kicks off with the big banks. Excited for that. And life goes on. The market doesn't stop. It just keeps pressing forward. Here's the thing. We are still up near all-time highs after the ripper that we had following the drop from the Iran-United States war. And even though we did have some selling over the last couple of weeks, in fact, 4 red weeks in a row on the SPX, there could be more downside ahead. That's just fact. You could look at the charts and see that. And it would make sense with all of the headwinds that are out there in terms of higher inflation as a result of oil prices, uncertainty surrounding the war and whether or not peace is going to be achieved, technical overbought conditions in the market, extremely high valuations for stocks, the AI trade really dominating everything and not much of a broadening performance, a new Fed chair, threats of rate hikes, all those things on the table. There are lots and lots of headwinds that this market is going to have to overcome in order to push higher. And more than likely what that spells is extreme volatility, big moves up, big moves down, big moves up, big moves down, people getting whipsawed, and probably a slow, choppy decline into October, and then a rally into the end of the year. But that's what the beautiful thing of the market is. Nobody knows 100% what's going to happen. However, we have to be mindful that we are entering that period of weakness. Do remember, too, that the first half of July is seasonally strong. It is bullish. And so there could be a pump coming here before the dump shows up. In other news, Bitcoin just continues to get smoky smoked. It's dropping even more. At the time that I'm recording this, checking in, S&P futures were down 2 points. They were hanging in there pretty steady after yesterday's big day, and we'll probably get some chop and some selling ahead of JOLTS. But Bitcoin, man, it tried to get a little bit of a bounce yesterday, couldn't hold it. And that's one thing that's standing out about Bitcoin and all crypto related stocks. The crypto space is the rips are getting sold hard, and it's getting sold hard again today. And then you also have news out there that Strategy, Michael Saylor's Bitcoin holding company, has to sell Bitcoin in order to pay out their dividends, going against their we're never selling our Bitcoin mantra. And one of Michael Saylor's posts, this was on X, where he said, sell a kidney if you must, but never sell your Bitcoin. It looks like Saylor has abandoned his own advice, and that is putting some downward pressure on the cryptocurrency. But a lot of it has to do with interest rates more than likely getting hiked before the end of the year. So we'll see. Anyway, that's what I got for you here today. Just an update on a few things here. July, I'm going to be knocking out content. And in August, big month, we're going to be kicking off the second half of the year here for Courage Pays Better Than Fear. We are going to have a beginner trading and investing boot camp. That is going to be August 18th and 19th. More details coming for that, but just wanted to put that out there for you. And then also, I am going to be teaching an options class. I'm reteaching it. I taught it a few years back. I'm revamping it right now. It is going to be super packed with a ton of valuable information. If you've ever wanted to learn how to trade options, this is the class for you. So stay tuned for that. And I am now enrolling students for one-on-one coaching for the second half of 2026 and starting to build my wait list for 2027. So that is out there as well. So just want to put all that stuff on your radar as we close out the month of June. This is it, guys. So this is 6 months in to 2026. You have 6 months remaining. Are you making progress on your goals? Are you where you wanted to be at this point in time? If so, keep pushing hard. Don't get complacent. Get after it. And if you aren't where you want to be, course correct. Reflect on why you're not there and get after it. So really the main message every day, we get after it 1% better every day. And that's what we're going to do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this episode of Driven. Make it a great day, honor the moment, and most importantly, be grateful. Take care, everyone.